Orlando, Florida. This is Reverend George Crossley, a prominent minister and Christian broadcaster. But in this secret surveillance video, the Reverend is seen climbing into a truck driven by a man he thinks is a professional hitman.
What do you want me to do to this guy?
Frankly, I either want him hurt or done in completely.
Crossley's target is this man, Butch Waldo.
To tell you the truth, I have no doubt in my mind the way I felt over the last month, I probably would have done it myself. I've probably done a pretty terrible job.
Their long-running feud started when the Reverend had an affair with Waldo's estranged wife.
When I found out about the affair, I tried to get it stopped. I called him a few times. Each time he would say the words almost verbatim, you know, nobody's going to tell me who I'm going to see, what I'm going to do. He was talking about my wife, you know, like he had a right to continue to see her.
Worried that Waldo might make the affair public, Reverend Crossley sets out to kill him. But what Crossley doesn't know is that the hitman he's trying to hire is actually an undercover federal agent.
When I first met Mr. Crossley that evening in the car, it was very obvious to me that he had one thing on his mind, and he wanted to make sure that Mr. Waldo ended up dead. Tell me some kind of distinguishing thing you want me to have so when they do find the man, you know.
If they find him and he's got a bullet hole behind the ear.
Once the words came out of Reverend Crossley's mouth to put a bullet behind his right ear, there would be no doubt in my mind what he wanted done.
The hit is ordered. Now the men must agree on a price. Crossley wants to pay for the killing with guns.
In fact, I have two firearms, neither one of them are registered. One of them's in England, and it is in absolutely perfect condition. And I'm told it's right now in England that's registered is worth like $650 or something.
Is this 9mm? 45?
Yes, 9mm. It's a 9mm with a 35 round clip.
They're both clean?
And it's clean. It's never been used, and it is unregistered to boot. If you want to take the 9mm.
You want me to use the 9?
Actually, I was going to make that a payment toward the job. I was going to give you the 9.
Before the undercover agent and the Reverend part ways, Crossley hands over the weapons and plenty of ammunition.
I told you.
You're my kid, box and everything.
That's what it is.
Normally for something like this, George, if you didn't have the weapon, I'd charge $1,000. And now you have the weapon, I charge around $500. You said $650. That's okay. Paid in full. Is that okay?
So, I'm done.
We're even.
The Reverend shakes the hitman's hand to close the deal.
When Reverend Crossley and I shook hands after he gave me the weapon, it was understood that the murder of Mr. Waldo would happen by Friday.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, George.
Take care, Steve.
This secret video and the unregistered weapons gives the police all the evidence they need to arrest Reverend Crossley.
Will the jury find the defendant guilty of solicitation to commit first-degree murder?
The jury sees the handshake that sealed the deal and puts Crossley behind bars.